Howdy guys, Lindsay from LaRev Films here, and today I want to show you how you can upgrade your video conference setup so that you can go from looking and sounding like this to this. Video conferencing is being relied on more so than ever nowadays, and not just for professional purposes, even just for hanging out with friends. In the last few weeks alone, I have been on just about every type of Zoom meeting imaginable. We've done Zoom game nights, we've done Zoom happy hours. I even went to a Zoom gala where everyone got dressed up in tuxedos and formal gowns. I've even been playing cornhole tournaments with my friends via Zoom. Yeah, that's a thing. Now these video meetings aren't going away anytime soon, so if you have a high-end brand or you just want to look as professional as possible in all aspects of your business, why shouldn't your video conference setup reflect that? So here are 5 tips that you can do to improve the way you look and sound in your video meetings so that you can impress your clients, your colleagues, and your friends. Tip number 1 is replace your webcam with a DSLR, a video camera, or a mirrorless camera. Yes, you heard me right, you can use your video camera as a webcam. And for obvious reasons, that's gonna look so much better than that tiny little camera that's built into your laptop. So how do you use your video camera as a webcam? Well, you can't just plug it directly into a USB port on your computer. That doesn't work. For the best results, you're gonna need something like this. This is a video capture card. And as long as the camera that you wanna use has an HDMI output on it, this device will allow you to plug your nice video camera into your computer so that programs like Zoom, Skype, even Facetime on Mac will recognize it as an actual webcam. This particular model is the CamLink 4K by Elgato. I will leave a link in the description below so that you can pick one up. These are hard to come by nowadays, so if you can't find this one, this option will also work. This is made by the same company. It's the HD60S Plus. It's a little bit more expensive because it's designed for video gamers that want to stream their gaming online. So I'll leave links to both of these as well as some of my favorite cameras that you can use as a webcam. Tip number 2 is lighting, and this is probably the most important tip that I will give you today, because no matter how fancy the camera is that you're using as a webcam, if you don't have proper lighting, your image simply won't look that good. To prove that to you, I'm gonna turn off my professional lighting setup and we'll turn on the lights in the room and I'll show you exactly how much of a difference good lighting makes. Okay, this is it. This is the available lighting in this room and it looks better than a webcam, but it still doesn't look that great. So let's turn my professional lights on one by one so you can see exactly what each light does to the image. Okay, so I've shut off all the lights in the room. I only have my one main light going, or my key light. Now the light I happen to be using is the Practilite 602 with the Kinotechnic softbox on there. Now this light works great for weddings, that's what we own it for. However, for YouTube and Zoom meetings, it's a bit overkill because the light itself is about $1,000. So although I will leave you links to this light below, I'll also make sure to throw in some more affordable options. Now, the video looks pretty good with just this one light, but it is still lacking. So we're gonna turn on light number 2 and show you what that looks like. Okay, so now we have 2 lights going. I got my Practilite 602 and I have my Andy Cine LED panel behind me. So the light behind me is what we call a backlight or a hair light. And it basically does exactly what it sounds like. It creates some light on your hair. It creates a nice outline on my shoulders and my head so that I stand out from the backdrop. Now this type of configuration is what we call a 2-point lighting setup, and it looks pretty good, but I'm gonna add a 3rd light because it's a little dramatic. My face is in the shadows over here, so I'm gonna add a 2nd LED panel to my left and show you what that looks like. Okay, so now I've added just to my left what we call a fill light. I'm using another Andy Cine LED panel, and it's not as bright as my key light, my main light, but it's just bright enough to kind of soften up the shadows, to lighten up the shadows on this side of my face, so again, I don't look so dramatic and moody. I'm not done yet. I'm gonna add one more light just to complete the look. All right, so I just turned my lamp on in the back, and as you can see, it helps to really complete the look. It lightens up the background so that you can see it, but again, I still pop. All right, tip number 3, and this is an easy one, guys. It's super simple. It's all about audio, and that is get yourself a decent USB microphone. This is what the audio sounds like when you're using the built-in microphone on your laptop, and although people can hear you, you don't sound great. And for $100 or less, you can actually get a really decent USB microphone and improve your sound dramatically. So the USB microphone that we use and we recommend is the Yeti Nano by Blue. We've had great results with this. Let me show you what it sounds like. Okay, so this is what I sound like talking on the Yeti Nano. And as you can tell, it sounds so much better than my laptop microphone. Now, if you don't have 99 bucks to spend on a dedicated USB microphone, I suggest digging out your old Apple earbuds with the built-in microphone and the cable, or if you own some Apple AirPods already, the microphone on those two products is gonna sound so much better than just the built-in microphone on your laptop, because it's getting it closer to your face, to your mouth, where that sound is coming out, and you're gonna be heard so much better. Tip number 4, and this is an easy one, guys, and it's simply make sure that your camera is the same height as your eyes. There is a reason why nobody takes selfies down here at this angle, right? It's always up here, right? That's because we look so much better when the camera is higher up. Nobody wants to see your double chin or up your nostrils or anything like that. So if you ignored tip 1 and you're just using the built-in camera on your laptop, at least put your laptop on some books, because we don't want to look up your nose. All right, we are there, we've arrived. Tip number 5, if you are still watching this video, thank you so much, I appreciate it. It's an easy one. Tip number 5 is get yourself a nice backdrop. We've gotten a lot of compliments on our background, and to be honest, it really didn't take that much effort. It took a gallon of paint, we got some shelves and some decorations at HomeGoods, and boom. In an afternoon, we had a beautiful backdrop for not only our YouTube videos, but even for our Zoom meetings. So that's it. Those are my top 5 tips on how you can improve your video conference game. If this was helpful to you, please hit that like button, consider subscribing to the channel, and if there's any tips you think I missed, leave those in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Now, while you get your setup ready for your next Zoom meeting, I'm gonna go play some virtual cornhole. See ya.